won their last three that got into the playoffs. One of them was over our Blue Devils. That was in overtime, that great Thursday night game. Then they ended up beating Grundy to close out the season. Of course, they've only got 6 seniors, though, in the program. We talked about them. They last year were the youngest in the region. Most everybody is back. You talk about some of the guys with them. You talk about C.J. Crabtree, Ben Brickey, Tyson Tester. Again, this group has really grown. Of course, Crabtree, he rushed for over 1,000 yards last year. He's got 1,000 yards this year. As Coach alluded to, they do run some of that wing T formation. They also go to some spread. They try to put you in those matchups. I think they are really going to have to be disciplined. Chris, we can't do what we did against John Battle. And the guys admitted they weren't 100% focused. They weren't as much disciplined. And if they don't do that, it could be a long night.
Well, Battle did their homework. They had a game plan that was effective, and let's just be honest: the Gay City secondary wasn't ready for that first pass, and they were completely burned on it. But what concerned me is that happened 3 other times during the game as well. So on the plus side, I'm glad it happened that game, because now they've had a week to prepare for this. Because I got a feeling we're going to see the same thing again.
That Battle is a triple option team. They didn't stay with it the whole game, but again, those elements of having to take the pitch man, the quarterback, and you need to take that quarterback, pitch man, and dive. We're going to have to be disciplined to be able to do that. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens coming up on Friday night. So we'll be on the air a little bit earlier, not exactly for sure. Hopefully around 5:30, maybe 5:45. We'll be at the alumni event down on the field, kind of like we did for homecoming.
Well, Kurt and I've got to go eat some of that Low Country bowl too.
That was so funny. Coach was like, "No,
Coach was pretty adamant, wasn't he?
Coach was like, "No, you're
Kurt
not."
was pretty adamant too.
Yeah, I am too. So we're going to see a battle of wills possibly. Maybe try to get there a little bit earlier. I'm not for sure yet. Of course. It's the thing about working full-time and then doing this on the side. We've got other obligations, but we'll try to be there as soon as possible to go on the air. Again, it's going to be a great night of Blue Devil football. Again, we'll talk to a lot of the folks there, alumni. It's going to be a good night, I believe. So
I think it's going to be a crowd.
I think it will be as well. Again, as he was expecting 300 to 400 just alone for that event. Not only with, of course, senior night, you always have a lot of the parents and families of our 13 seniors. Good group too, and of course they've been through the up and downs of the program, coming off those. They were, as freshmen, they were in the playoffs. They lost in the first round, of course, in the last couple of years, and then this year they're back in it. So again, it's going to be a great night, I believe, for Blue Devil football. And again, of course, we'll have it all, a lot of action covering. So, Chris, your final thoughts as we wind down here at the campus drive-in?
I'm ready. I'm looking forward to it. I hope everybody comes out. And like I say, if you can't be there, listen. Or if you go to the game, listen.
listen regardless. But anyway, do want to say thank you to Coach Housewright. And, of course, he's bringing up players all season long. Want to say, of course, thank you also to Coach Fugit and to his wife here. Big Blue Boosters, what they do for everybody. We were going to have Mr. Josh Bowling on. He is running for Scott County School Board. He had a couple of things, so it's other issues, and he couldn't make it tonight. As we get into the weekend, we've had several of the different politicians, people running for office that have supported Blue Devil sports. You're going to see some social media posts come out just sort of highlighting them and giving information. Of course, we don't endorse or sponsor any particular one, but again, like I said, we do. No matter
are certain not even certified to vote in Scott County.
Very true. But we do advocate, if you are here, make sure you vote, regardless if you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, whatever you support, whoever you support, make sure that you make your voice known, because we're talking about Veterans Day coming up here in a couple of weeks. They paid the ultimate sacrifice so that we could have these rights and these opportunities to vote and to live in the democracy we do.
I had a teacher one time tell me something that stuck with me, a history teacher. He said, if you don't go vote, you cannot complain about the country.
Nope, not at all. That's exactly right. So make your voice heard coming up here on Tuesday. Of course, Scott County Schools will be out. They'll be on their fall break starting on Friday afternoon. They'll be off Saturday for Sunday, of course, and then Monday, and then Election Day is Tuesday. They'll be back in session on Wednesday. So we'll be back on the air, though, on Friday night. And don't know exactly what time, but just make sure that you're by your phone, by your computer, and we'll talk to you
Start
then.
checking in around 5-ish.
5-ish. Yeah, well, and like I said, as we get through Friday, we'll let you know more definite time of what we can do. So, anyway, we appreciate you. So, for Mr. Carr, this is Joe Carter. You've been listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.